Hi, my name is Ryan King. I'm a sales agronomist for Triag Products, and today I'm here to talk to you about scouting fields, what's happening this time of year and what we're looking at. Obviously, with all the rainfall we've had, we're running into some nutrient deficiencies out there, especially potassium and nitrogen as the soil becomes anaerobic. So farmers are looking for signs in the leaf tissue that plants are running out of nutrients. We're also looking for any kind of late season weed flushes that are coming on. This year, a lot of the residual chemistries are wearing out just due to the amount of rainfall we've had. So a lot of guys are out looking for mare's tail, water hemp, Palmer amaranth, some of those weeds that are a little bit tougher to control and have been coming in here in recent years that we've been having issues with. On this plant, we've got a couple of things going on. As you look towards the bottom of the plant, we have Septoria brown spot coming in on these bottom trifoliates. Typically that disease will start at the bottom of the plant and move up. As long as the plants are big enough, many times if they lose the bottom leaves to disease, you're not going to have any kind of yield loss just for the fact that they're not gathering sunlight and driving any yield. But if the disease does move further up into the canopy, it's something that we need to address with a fungicide. We've also got some leaves here that are showing some feeding from Japanese beetles. They've been unusually bad this year. You're going to have a lot of pressure from insects just about any time of the year. But when you get into that late development R3 through R5 stage, you want to protect that leaf tissue as much as possible, since that's what's going to be driving yield for the soybeans and the pods. Some of the major weeds that we're looking at this year as far as moving into the central Ohio area is part of the pigweed family. It's called Palmer amaranth. Unfortunately, I've had a sighting here in Delaware County in Radnor Township, close to the river. It differentiates itself from other plants in that family. Pigweed typically has a very veinous leaf that has really rough veins and kind of a robust leaf structure. A lot of times it'll have hair on the stem as well. And then you get into water hemp, which is another member of that family, which has been around here for a while. Typically that petiole, or the stem of the leaf, when you fold it over, it won't be as long as the leaf is because it's a more narrow, long-shaped leaf. But when you start talking Palmer amaranth, there's a few distinguishing factors. Number one is when you look down at it, it'll have a very poinsettia shape to it. It has those rounded leaves that come to a point, but it just has that very symmetrical look if you look down on top of the plant. Other weeds that we're looking for right now would be a late flush of giant ragweed, late flush of mare's tail. We want to keep those under control because they will proliferate with a lot of seeds. Obviously, the biggest question is, what do I do now if you are finding weeds that you're unsure of or weeds that need control? The biggest thing is don't compact your soils. Wait until you can get out there and make the application correctly. If you ever have any questions on any of that stuff, it's always great to consult your local extension agent, or if you work with an agronomist like myself or a company, consult them, and typically they know when it's best to apply and what the label rules are, because there are products that you can apply later in the season and we need to be aware of that.